Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go. Take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On second down, Cook. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
On the set. 61, match box, lights. Snap.
Jones to throw on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And 2 shots. Oh, you got deep? 81. 36 to Mike. 5. Set a target.
2nd and 11.
Here we go.
It's caught. Smith. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
8-3. 2-8-3. Chop.
He'll drop to throw. Forced it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And the Giants send out their punter now. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Grant. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Check. Lucky. Watch 12. 64, weak. Hey, wahoo!
Jones now from the gun on third down. Going deep for Diggs. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 13 yards, good for a giant first down. Now back to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Check, 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 check. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Watch the run, watch the run. Check 52. Hey, Echo. Get it.
Looking to throw. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Ready, set. 6-6, pull it high. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Ready.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Curtis Samuel, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now 21-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Back. Slam. 61, match box, lead grip.
They run, Cook. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. From the gun on third down, Jones, and he connects with Ertz. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Hey, team 6. Check Mike 6. Here I come. Mike, go.
Here's Jones on first down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12. Pollard going to try the right side. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll set up a throw. Completes it to Samuel. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now Pollard. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Go!
Throwing again. Jones. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Mike 6. Hey, let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Hey, check Mike, Mike 6, Mike 6. Look at me, zipper. Yo. Hey, Delta. Ready?
Now Jones throwing on first down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. He's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run with Pollard. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Set. 70, Indy. Pilot, 64, weak. Check 3. Hey, switch gears. Hey, Foxtrot. Check go.
On third down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Deebo Samuel in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to in the second half.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than you.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. A huge play there on the screen pass. 43 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And Diggs has it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Give him 30 yards there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Mike 6. Five.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Defense, keep it up, guys. Slam. Yes. Get it.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Vikings are able to close. The gap just a bit. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff.
You don't want no problems. You don't want no problems with me.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. It's good, and it's now 35-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Justin Houston, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And he's going to go down again. Bilal Nichols, his 2nd sack of the night. Needs something for deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. Call it an even 20 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
Pat Shurmur, he's going to roll the dice. His guys are going on 4th down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. The catch made by Miller. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Deebo Samuel with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
70, Indy. 6-6, pull it high.
From the 39, Tannehill. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss.
Mike 6. Here we go. Hey, check Mike, Mike 6, Mike 6. Hey! Let's get in there, Mike 6. Mike 5.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. Dashing through the snow. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a give running right, it's Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there out of Cook. 51 yards.
1st and goal, Minnesota.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Zerline now for the PAT. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
They'll look to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Yo, go, go.
First down, here's the run with Cook. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Crunch.
On second down, it's Grant. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Here's Tannehill. He's got it. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
X3, 218, chopper. Check your hot read. Get it.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jakeem Grant. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Vikings capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. Zerline good with a PAT. And that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
A big play there on the catch and run, and even 70 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the...
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal.
Get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Mike, 36.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Deebo Samuel there to make the grab. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They go back to Grant, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
We got double up, double up. Check 31, check 31. Joker, 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 joker.
On 3rd down, Grant. 9 yards on the play and a 1st down.
Set, ready, 50, play. Watch the run, watch the run.
1st down.
6 guys, check 6 guys. Go. You.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
60 yards.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings
Look at me, zipper.
Double up. He's coming, double up.
Hit it.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. The Vikings on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Watch the eye. Check.
Hey, check Mike 6, Mike 6.
Check pass.
Recon, 132 fighter, 5.
This is Grant. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Yes.
You got that right there. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Slam. 36.
Get it.
Here's Grant. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Push him back.
Now.
They'll try the left side. It's Grant, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 29, 2 short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well. And they may have run into him after the kick went away. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mack Wilson in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On second down now, Pollard finding room at the 30. Touchdown, Giants! Tony Pollard, 81 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They'll keep it on the ground. Grant. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First down, Minnesota.
Hey, Sam off. 10. Check 9, check 9.
Now a give, right side. It's Grant, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. 51.
Hey, high 7.
Tight.
Shady weapon.
On second down, it's Grant. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. On third down, Grant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Here we go, set. 90, Wolf. X3. 218, chop it. Get it.
On second down now, it's Grant. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play.
Go.
Watch the slant. Motion.
Now.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A big offense.